Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. It's your N.G.O.s here. Back with another video. Uh, my dreams about town football. About Celtic this time, not town football. Uh, and as I've said before, I support both Celtic and town clubs. So I hope people like the first video. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. Uh, so I'm going to try and stop waffling and get on with the list of my dreams or ideas and that sort of thing for Celtic. So I hope Celtic fans out there will enjoy this, and please comment in the comment section any ideas you have of your own, or any questions, or anything to do with Celtic related, anything Celtic related or football related, in the comments below, or any opinions. If you have to drop hate mail, then I suppose you have to drop hate mail, that's fair enough. But hopefully I'll get a lot of love for it instead. Anyway, getting on with the list. Number 11, I hope to encourage more, look at how Celtic can market itself better around the world, perhaps, or to get fans across, especially Asia, which is a huge market of 4 billion people. Obviously, it'd be unbelievable if we get all of those, but even to get 10%, that's 400 million around just in Asia, if I'm not mistaken, something like that anyway. So that would be pretty awesome. But obviously, getting fans all around the world, which would be unbelievable, even if it's just as a second favorite team, or something like that. So it'd be, or at least a team people like as a second or third choice or whatever. But yeah, so especially hope to promote Celtic in Asia, which is one of the biggest markets, but also Africa and around the world, and get as many fans as possible, and look at what lessons it can learn from other clubs. I've got to admit, this is very similar to my video about my dreams for a town football, but when I make specific titles like about town football, or specific subjects or topics, like if I do manage to monetize my channel, hopefully one day I will be able to, then all the profits I make from this video, say for instance, or anything that to do with Celtic, if I get the chance, will go towards benefiting the club somehow, whether it's the foundation, charity work they do, or whether it's the club itself, whether it's to pay, like give the foundation some money so that it can save some of its costs so that it can put more into the club, or whatever. Number 12, I hope to encourage Celtic as a family to support each other and that kind of thing. Number 13, I hope Celtic fans won't. I hope I won't get too much hate post for this. From Rangers fans or whatever. But another thing is, I hope that Celtic fans won't join football hooliganism or won't break the law. So I hope, that they will stay within the law. So that having said that, on that note, number 14, I hope that Celtic will look at ethics and how to make sure we are always within the law, and encourage people to operate within the law, and even possibly work with like police and local government, like in Glasgow, or local politicians, about how to improve Glasgow as an area, and how to cut back on football hooliganism, and like any Celtic football fans who are hooligans instead perhaps can use that time to instead go into coaching and development of support. My English isn't that great, I know, but supporting local youth to play football and to improve their game, and that sort of thing, instead of, so it's a more constructive use. And like Celtic fans, like in my opinion, not to use violence in essence, self-defense and stuff like that. I suppose I'm portraying my own ethics as a fan onto the club, so I don't know what other Celtic fans think about that. But number 15, again, I just hope for Celtic to be as successful as possible, especially to win domestic trophies, but also possibly to do well possibly in more European competitions and things like that. Number 16, again, hope to look at any ideas that can improve Celtic, its brand value, its sponsorships, and making videos like this, and other YouTubers making videos and Googling Googling Celtic, making it trend, will hopefully increase the brand value, or looking at ways that can increase the brand value, and lessons from, because I suppose football really is a business, really, especially at club team level. So looking at ways that Celtic can increase the brand value and all sorts of different ideas and merchandise and things like that to benefit the club, and look at how to reinvest that money. 17, how to use my imagination to show what strengths dyslexic people can have and make different sports groups like dyslexics for Celtic, artists for Celtic, where people can draw Celtic art, or Irish, the Irish diaspora for Celtic, or all sorts of groups like that. Celtic's non-Catholic supporters, because I know it's normally linked to Catholicism, so I'd love to have like sports networks like that. And how we can get more fans, how we, I'd say as a fan, can get more fans around the world, as I said before. And any sort of ideas, creative ideas to benefit the club in the longer run, and the brand as well, and make sure the club keeps generating profits and being able to buy players and achieve as much potential as possible. Number 18, I hope to like the club to market all the positive stuff it's done around the world for charity and who it's helped, and do more, possibly go into more into helping people overseas, like in Kenya and all over Africa and Asia, India and China, places like that, and slums and orphanages, and giving people footballs, possibly like Celtic footballs and football kits and things like that, especially if there's enough profit in the club to do that sort of thing, and do a lot of good work. 19, I hope for Celtic to do fundraisers to help things like African technology, develop African software companies, and donate, like as well as footballs, like especially for Africa, donating like technological things that help training. So like, and maybe even host specific football matches where like things like animal rights or things, or human rights or freedoms, or but also like specific games. Like I'd love to be involved in football games at Celtic Park, or with Celtic fans or whatever, organised on YouTube, which like any of the profits it makes goes towards giving PCs, laptops, mobile phones, and all sorts of great things towards African projects to help Africa to unite and work together in technology, things like that. And on that note, like I hope to communicate how to put these football matches together, which I have already been in contact with the club. So I'm not sure if that's going to go ahead, but I was saying ages ago that I wanted to run football events, and they did say they would look into it, and I think they said they would try and do those events like dyslexia and things like dyslexia awareness matches and all that sort of stuff. But I think they said like this year, but I don't know with the coronavirus situation if that's going to still go ahead in August or in October. I think I said actually, because that's when dyslexia awareness is. But I'm not sure if we can run those events or not. But again, we can have events like as soon as people can travel, like have host events which raise funds into research into cures for diseases like the coronavirus or things like that, which may emerge in the future as well, or how to prevent such things from happening as well. Number 20, I hope for the older players to teach younger players as much as possible, so that training up the youth and things like that, and passing on their skills and knowledge, and that can be something for them to keep them busy. So like they're not involved in crime or smoking or drinking or taking drugs, but they can take younger players under their wings and sort of teach them. And I hope for players like former players, if they agree, like if you're like Roy Keane or any Irish players or people or former Celtic players or whatever, to perhaps sponsor their own football pitches in Glasgow, which benefit Celtic. Like for instance, it could be like, I wouldn't want to tell them what to do, but obviously it'd beat me up on those. But Roy Keane could host like the Roy Keane training academies for Celtic, and then maybe as well he can go over and do some of the coaching as well if he would be prepared to do that. So I hope to somehow find a way to communicate with people to see if they would be interested in doing that sort of thing. So maybe write some headed letters that try and look more professional. I know my punctuation is a bit weird in my hand, and I mean handwriting won't matter that much if I do it online. But anyway, so I'm going to try and stop waffling. How do you think I did? Please let me know. Any comments welcome. Any Celtic fans, please share your YouTube channels. I might, if I'm not too lazy, I might share some of the links below. Sorry about the camera angle, but anyway, please let me know what you think about my Italian football talk as well. Peace and love.